I've been blessed, and I've found help in the shop now, so I've been able to hire a few respectful, eager, hungry people in the shop, which is important because in industry it's hard to hire somebody, especially somebody that's motivated, somebody that wants to, advance. You got a lot of people just hop from one job to another job, and it's just inconsistent. And you got to have either somebody running the show, or you, most of the time, you have to run the show. Otherwise, it's going to collapse. So I've been blessed, thankfully, and I have motivated people in the shop. So that way I can just focus on the clientele that I have kept. I was always taught, have your eggs in mini baskets, in case something happens and you got 4 different incomes coming in. You're not worried about that. You can replace that egg with you can create another business. And definitely excited about the baby. So that has its special place right now, and then just work around that. Very excited for that, and it on a good note, not on a oh, I'm stressed out bad. No, on a good note. So definitely ain't nothing knocking me down, God willing, and it's a blessing. It's very exciting, and I'm also a little bit nervous because it's our first time for both of us. So no kids. I'm having a girl, and so it kind of pushes you a little bit. I mean, hopefully we can teach the baby right and wrong and be good examples. So that's another big one too, try and be a good example. I think that's one of the first steps of being a good dad, is to try and obviously what I want to teach the baby, I gotta be a good example of that. I think we're both committed, and we're ready, man. We're ready to tackle what life has to throw at us. We have a very respectful group of people. We have good friends, so I feel like the baby will learn a lot of good things. My family's been a good example of it. It's 4 of us, so it's a bigger family than what people are used to here. Being able to see them do it and succeed and be happy, and like looking at my dad, and my dad, has 2 grown men now by his side, So being able to see that, and it's not obviously it's not a perfect family picture, but being able to have that as an example definitely makes it a lot easier and makes it possible. Ever since I got the news, I've been a lot more focused and very happy, man. Very happy. So definitely want more kids. I want another one. I haven't even had this one yet. So, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. And you just, you gotta have that belief, whatever it is, believe in God, and all those finances, everything else will just kind of figure itself out. Definitely got a better head on my shoulders.